15 days to go before the must-win election for governor in Virginia, right across the river here. The Washington Post reports Democrats are getting jittery, writing the Democratic National Committee gathered in Las Vegas over the past week with one worry on every activist's mind. We'd better not lose the Virginia governor's race. So true. Democrat Ralph Northam is in a neck-and-neck race right now. Here he is on the left with Republican Ed Gillespie on the right in a contest where turnout is key to an off-year election. Not only an off-year, an odd-year election. Virginia's current governor, Terry McAuliffe, says the path to defeating President Trump in 2020 will run through this state house.
We spend too much time focusing on presidential, and then we don't focus on state and local. The DNC, I'm happy they just gave us $1.5 million for the Virginia governor's race, so I'm very excited about that. But we've got to focus more on these local races. Governors are the future, and those governors are critical to the redistricting effort in 2021. So let's focus on the governors. Let's win control of the Congress. And 2020 will take care of itself.
He was there with Casey Hunt. For more, I'm joined by Larry Sabato, director of the Center for Politics at the University of Virginia. Larry, you know your stuff. How do you call this race right now, 2 weeks out?
It's leaning to Northam and, in fact, the whole Democratic ticket, but not overwhelmingly so. And, Chris, you and I remember last fall, we'll never forget it, when all the polls and the pundits, including us, we said Hillary Clinton would win. So Democrats are right to be nervous. It actually helps to be on the edge and not overconfident.
You know, I remember when Gillespie, who's the Republican nominee for governor this time, was running for the Senate against Mark Warner, and he was up 10 to 12 points. He only lost that race by 0.8, less than a point. So he underpolls. I'm wondering, if a guy underpolls by double digits, which he does, how can you trust a margin of error poll by anybody?
Well, that's a good point, but I would counter it by saying Ed was running in 2014, and he had the wind at his back because President Obama was really the cause of the takeover of the Republicans of many of those seats. And now the wind is at his face because of President Trump. So it's exactly the opposite situation.
Well, the issue of Civil War monuments, of course, helped spark the protest down in Charlottesville, which turned out so bad. In August, it turned violent, of course. Here's how President Trump characterized it.
Not all of those people were white supremacists by any stretch. Those people were also there because they wanted to protest the taking down of a statue, Robert E. Lee.
Well, that was not a good moment for the president. On the stump for Northam in Richmond, President Obama addressed Charlottesville and his successor, though not by name.
If we're going to talk about our history, then we should do it in a way that heals, not in a way that wounds, not in a way that divides. We shouldn't use the most painful parts of our history just to score political points.
You know, Larry, I think that Trump is sort of chastening there, or warning the Democratic candidate for governor, don't push this issue. This is a wedge issue from the other side. It's not going to help you.
It's absolutely right, because I think Northam got too far out front on that issue in the summer, and that could hurt. And Obama had exactly the right balance, which is honor the past but add to it and give it texture. That's the right approach, and Northam has moved more toward that, but he almost went off the rails in August with this.
I think if he loses, it will be because of that. Anyway, Larry Sabato, you're the best. Thank you so much for coming on Hardball. Invite me down there sometime. I love Charlottesville. Anyway, up next, you heard me. Up next, Donald Trump told us he...
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.